veteran kicker Robbie Gould set to get us started. And off we go from Soldier Field. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And able to get this one across the 45 before it's brought down. Nice pickup, 10 yards and a first down on the keeper. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Well, I think the hope is, you know, with a touch pass like that, then maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week, but they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Lancing the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Begins with a carry by Davis-Price. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9. Lance complete to the tight end Kittle over the middle of the field. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1. A lot more to go. From the gun on third down, Lance. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3 and out.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Now Austin. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return, and the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with and he fires one that's intercepted. And the Niners are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Watch out, 52, yellow, 1. Opposite, 3.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lance. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Here's Lance to throw it. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Here's Lance. This one caught by Kittle. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
A healthier Kittle was back in his Pro Bowl form in 2021. Even missing 13 games the last 3 years, he's still second among tight ends in yards since his breakout 2018 campaign. Gets another chunk of yards there and a first down with that catch.
Again, they'll throw it with Lance. The same target, same result. It's Kittle. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at his back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent game. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. To throw, it's Lance. And it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just needed to tip the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Ready.
Throwing now is Lance. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one where you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him the first down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts of a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Haven't met a corner that's worth his salt yet that ever admits to worrying about man coverage. How about the play there, breaking that pass up?
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. And some room to maneuver. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Chicago. Well, plays like that make the O coordinator look like a genius, but I don't think he saw that play going that well.
No, I don't think so either, but boy, it all worked out perfectly. They caught them in the right defense, guys dropping off into coverage, their eyes averted somewhere else, and guess what? He filled the void with his legs.
Santos for the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. Now the point after try for Santos. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Working from the gun. Lance over the middle to Kittle. Complete. And some room to roll now. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
38. Red, yellow. Field, black.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
Well, that's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of the momentum from the offense coming off that big completion the prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
Red, cycle.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Lance, under pressure, they got him again. Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
The kick by Gold is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And he's going to take this one down to the 25. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
17. Green back. Snap, red. Black ultra.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Touchdown! George Kittle, 28 yards. And the Niners have cut it back within a score. Well, there you go, Charles, his first touchdown pass of the new season.
Well, let's just go back to his rookie year because he's able to get his feet wet, right? Get a little bit of experience. Now I think here in year 2, the game will slow down for him, and we'll see his true talents come out.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Fields' throw here into the hands of Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw here into the hands of Harry. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On second down, Montgomery. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
I haven't been a defensive coordinator yet that thinks 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job. Hold him to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on first down. Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Ready.
Off of play action, here's Lance. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Watch out now. 50 Fury.
Lance throwing out wide for Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
Black one. White two. 6. Level. Ready?
Now Lance. To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So that challenge, a successful one. So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Fields. Over the middle, that's caught by Harry. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. First down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On first down, Fields. Catch is made by Harry. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Again, Fields. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Well, Charles, I think you'd have to call that a win for the defense after the turnover already in field goal range, and they had to settle for 3.
Yeah, being the beautiful part is you start so close to the end zone that your thought process on offense has to loosen up a little bit because you're thinking to yourself, you're almost guaranteed 3. Let's take some good shots at the end zone and try and turn it into 6.
And he finally goes out of bounds, so he couldn't take it the distance, but all the way inside the 15. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do.
Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he will bring it back to the 4-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Montgomery. is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Once more Montgomery, but he will lose yardage here. Back to the 4-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's third and goal. Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
How crucial will those 5 yards be? We'll see as they come up again here, third and goal. Back to throw, Fields. Got his man, and it's caught for Chicago touchdown. Famous Jones with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Bears take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This offense hoping to do better than last time. Remember, they had the fumble that set up the short field, and then they gave up the touchdown, CD.
And so many people talk about how you have to have a short memory after you make a mistake in the NFL. I don't totally subscribe to that, partner. I think that you have to remember what you did and figure out how to not do it again. Get out there and execute the next time out. Avoid those errors and get some momentum built back up for your offense.
Now Lance throwing on second down. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the 49ers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Davis Price on 1st and 10. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. The Georgia man, Roquan Smith, came in and got him. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. Well, Lance throws the interception, his 3rd. T.J. Green with a pick. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On second down, here's Fields. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. But Nick Bosa so quick on the outside. He gets in there to bring him down.
I think every player in the NFL would want to come back from injury, as Nick Bosa did last season. 15.5 sacks, fourth in the NFL, after playing in only 2 games the prior season due to a knee injury.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. N'Keal Harry, 34 yards. And the Bears are looking good here in the season openers. They're able to extend their lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the...
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. And he pushed it right. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers are the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there, showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
Lance's throw complete here to Ayuk. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And it's second down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
On play action, Lance. But he will find his man, Samuel. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Play action, now it's Lance. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Lance. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. T.J. Green with a pick. And the Bears are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. Think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept a pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Got a man open. That's Harry. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Dance into his, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Nick Bosa in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Fields. Throw left side, complete to Harry. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays, because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
I like that they're staying aggressive on offense, because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Troy Greenlaw in there on the tackle. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On 2nd and 9, Fields. And a a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
They're 2 for 2 on third down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on third down. One play action. Fields. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail. And now here's another interception. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much, and my goodness, now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back. Drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Partner, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now, because he has been terrific in a dual-threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping him, and that's why his side is on top.
Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. To throw is Fields. Open man, he finds Kmet. Touchdown, Chicago. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Bears are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Santos with the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Ready.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind?
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jaquan Brisker. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them, play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
They'll start out here with the option left. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Running with Montgomery from the pistol. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
An injury cost Montgomery 4 games early in the year, which kept him from repeating his 1,000-yard season from the previous one. He still reached over 800 yards and caught another 42 passes and is firmly entrenched as the Bears' top backfield option for his 4th season.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's got to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, You make your most progress between week 1 and week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Bears, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle Seahawks.